Hey guys, Thor here, and I have a special treat for today. It is an airsoft gun. I've been waiting almost a year since I first saw its test model for it to come out in production and for retail sale. It is the KWA Magpul PTS RM4. Now this is the Scout model, and let's take a look at this beautiful airsoft gun. Let's start off with the externals and what makes the outside of this thing really pop. First off, we have all metal billet style metal receivers. You have them stamped with Magpul trades, so you have the Magpul logo on this side, all Magpul trades on this side. Very nice, heavy duty, adds some really solid weight to this airsoft gun. After that, we have all Magpul furniture. You have the MOE handguard, MOE adjustable stock, MOE pistol grip, and the BUIS rear folding sight. Then we have, of course, your standard A-frame sight on the front to line up with that. Also, we have the Ambidextrous sling mount on the back, which is great for lefties and righties. You can have it, or people who transition shoot, and maybe you're coming up to a corner and need to unhook that sling and rehook it, or move it around and just have it ready to go on that side in the first place. Also, we have the Magpul capacity adjustable Pmag. Now, what that is right here. You have your base plate. You slide that off, pull your internals out, and you have a lever right here. To the left, it'll be 30 rounds. You pop it over to the right, and it'll hold 60 rounds. So if you want a little more realism for close quarters training or military or law enforcement style training, bam, flip it over to 30. If you're in a standard game and you're not really caring about accuracy, flip it on over to 60, you can hold more rounds. So that's awesome. Also, these mags will be available in the near future in packs of 3. Very good investment. They look good, they match the rifle well. And on top of that, these are important for part of this to work. This rifle has a bolt lock function in it. So once you fire your last round, it will cut off all the mechanics and electronics, and the mag has a lot to do with that. When your follower pops all the way up, which also helps you feed every single BB that you've loaded into your magazine, so you use your full capacity, when that pops up, it triggers your base plate back here on the back of the mag, which in turn internally triggers your bolt catch and pops it up. So when that happens, it's going to cut off all mechanical and electronics to your rifle, and you actually have to hit that bolt release for it to fire again. Now, this will function with any standard M4 mags, but the bolt release, bolt lock will not function with standard mags. You will have to use the Magpul Pmags for that to function properly. Not a big deal if you're not really worried about it. For those of you who already have a bunch of mid-caps laying around like I do, not a real big deal. I'll still use mine, but to get the full aspect and use of this rifle, having these Pmags will definitely bring that out. So let's go over a little bit of the internals. You have your standard KWA motor inside the pistol grip here. You have a 6.05 millimeter inner barrel, nice little inner barrel in there, and you have the new 3GX enhanced gearbox with kinetic feedback. With a kinetic feedback system. So what that does is basically when your piston's firing forward and your spring is tensing and relaxing, it is hitting your weight system that is within the buffer tube, just like real M4s, where you have your buffer system inside the buffer tube. This one has the weight buffer system inside the buffer tube, which causes the recoil feel of the rifle. So every time you fire, it's going to kick that weight and it's going to push it back into the buffer tube, and that's the recoil you're feeling whenever you fire this rifle. It makes it really good. It feels really solid, and I enjoyed shooting it. It was really nice, really good to get out there and actually use it. The last time I held one of these, it was a non-shooting but a functioning as far as electronics and mechanics version, so I actually didn't get to fire it. But I was out there shooting it the other day. Really good, really solid feel of the blowback and recoil system. Now this exact model, this gun I'm holding right here in my hand, was put through a trial test with KWA. They got it and they fired well over 1,000 rounds through it in a short period of time, and then they gave it to us after inspecting it to make sure the wear and tear wasn't that great on the gears, which there was none at that point. And then once we got it, we fired another 1,000+ rounds through it, had our techs disassemble it, and looked at it, and still the gears showed no sign of wear. So very solid, well-built gears, gearbox. Everything about this rifle is really good. And those of you who like the blowback of gas-powered rifles, but you don't like the variances in functioning when it comes to temperature and other things being outside that affect the gas rifles, this is definitely the way to go. You're still going to get solid recoil and feel of the recoil, but without having to worry about it being too cold and your gas mag's not working. And also, gas mags can get kind of expensive, and even if you don't go with the mags that do everything with this, the Pmags, you can still use all of your standard M4 mags in this AEG. So that's a big plus in my book. I'll still get the recoil, but I don't have to worry about weather, and I can still use my friend's mags if I run out, or my own mags that I've already bought. So overall, great, solid system. The KWA Magpul PTS RM4 Scout. Make sure you check it out here at AirSplat.com.